Welcome back, Halo followers. Today we got tons of Halo Infinite information regarding the Sandbox. All right, this is more stuff stacked onto what we got last week, but essentially they talk about Halo Infinite Sandbox in a 30-minute Q&A session that basically goes over the grapple shot and how it's going to work in multiplayer and campaign, and weapon roles, as well as a new Halo 3 multiplayer map coming to MCC, including PC, here in just a couple of months, or maybe even sooner, all right, as early in the next flight as Thursday, February 18th. So if you're one of the insiders, you might be able to play this new map that is actually from Halo Online. I'm going to break down everything today, guys. There's a lot to jump into. Firstly, apologies for the not typical setup. I'm actually out of town at the moment, but with that being said, still, if you find this video helpful and convenient, then be sure to drop this video a like and, of course, subscribe. Join me on the journey of following Halo Infinite up to release and after. All right, so on Halo Waypoint, this has just gone out. All right, they said if all goes well in rings 1 and 2, these are flights, right, we plan to roll out our next public flight as early as Thursday, February 18th. While all the contents of the flight are subject to change, some of the features we are hoping to include are, and these are things that are coming to the next season of MCC content, right, which includes a custom games browser, all right, and Season 6 content, which also includes, right, Halo 3, a new map called, at least according to the image, Waterfall. And this map, it looks like a massive version of Lockout, right? So the style, you know, I've played Halo Online, which is that Russian game that was, well, it was in beta form and then it was eventually canceled by Microsoft, but nonetheless, modders had fun with it. And just recently, you know, we saw all the Halo Online armors, or at least a good chunk of them, come over to Halo 3, and thankfully they had an option. They implemented a community option to turn off those armors, so you don't have to see them if you don't want to. But yeah, we're seeing more migration from Halo Online assets and maps. All right, this is not the only map from Halo Online, but nonetheless it is coming, so we could probably expect a lot of content, a lot more content from Halo Online to be migrated over here onto MCC, and this is really cool. I don't quite remember playing this one, but yeah, this is pretty neat, and there are some very interesting stuff, content on Halo Online. But there's also Fov Slider support coming for all Xbox One consoles, and the Fov slider will no longer be locked when the Xbox Series X or S devices are set to 120Hz, double key bindings, mouse and keyboard support for consoles, advanced audio options, and view model customization options. So let's get to the Halo Infinite stuff, which is pretty much why you guys are probably here. And basically, this is a 30-minute, this is a breakdown, but this is of a 30-minute Ask 343 video that went up on Halo Waypoint, where Quinn basically talked about Halo Infinite Sandbox. And to quickly break it down here is that, will weapon tuning be affected and be the same for multiplayer and campaign? And the simple question is no. The weapons that are going to be in campaign and multiplayer are going to be tuned differently. And will we be able to hijack a Banshee with the grapple shot? Now, this one got me really excited, which we heard about, you know, through community ideas, you know, thoughts. This is just speculation a long time ago, but yes, the answer is yes. You can actually Skyjack, as it's called, a Banshee if you are close enough to the Banshee, and if you are skillful enough. So it's not going to be an easy thing to do, but certainly going to be pretty badass when you jump on a Banshee with a grapple shot, right? So this is what this whole interview thing is about with Unicheck and Quinn. It's basically the exploration of how cool this sandbox is going to be in Halo Infinite. But anyway, let me continue. 343 will be adding new weapons and classic weapons post-launch, something we already kind of knew, but yeah, these are things that are going to be constantly tweaked and fixed for the best multiplayer experience. And old weapons, like classic weapons, will maintain the feel and role of their original form, but there may be changes in ammo counts, clip amounts, damage, and accuracy. And of course, 343 will explain the why and the what when they do make these changes. And equipment. All right, so there was some thought that maybe equipment would be inherent to players and recharge over time. But it seems like that is not going to be the case. Rather, just like Halo 3, there is going to be equipment and areas that are going to be competed for against the other team. So you're going to have to fight for it. And of course, if an enemy player, for example, maybe picks up, let's say, a grapple shot, certainly that is going to be something that you are able to be you pick up and have yourself then at that point, it would seem. And in the July demo, the Warthog, if you guys don't know this, lost its front left wheel from hitting the grunt. Well, that is actually a new feature, and it's something that I've speculated for a long time, that the community has noticed and speculated for a while on now. And basically, it is confirmed that vehicles are going to be dynamic. Why Quinn didn't really go into the details of it, this is going to be something that rewards attackers. So if you want to, for example, an enemy player took a flag and is now on a Warthog, maybe shooting the front wheels with the sniper, it would be easier and could actually, benefit you in a way without, for example, killing the player immediately or having to aim for their head. It might just be a better strategy to shoot the tires off and then maybe cause some sort of a crash. So something to think about. That's speculation, but we know vehicles will have dynamic responses that have never been seen before in Halo. Shooting certain parts will alter the vehicle and its physics in ways that we have not seen before. And this is also going to be, this is going to add to the sandbox, I think, in a lot of ways, because that is not only rewarding attackers that are shooting at a vehicle and add strategy to where you shoot and maybe even with what you shoot with, but also reward drivers protecting those parts of the vehicles in moments that it matters. And also grenades, all right? Grenades are confirmed, not very shocking, but one key fact that we heard is that the spike grenades have blades, right? We've already known this. In Halo 3 they had blades, and Halo Infinite the spike grenades have blades, but now they actually deal damage on impact because, when you throw a big heavy grenade with blades on it, it's gonna hurt, right? So they threw that into the physics, into the sandbox. So even before the fuse goes, that spike grenade impact on you or an enemy player or even a vehicle is going to do damage on impact, not just when it explodes. But also the Bulldog shotgun, which we saw a little bit of in the July demo, that is a fast-firing but low-power weapon, right? Well, there is confirmed a powerful standard shotgun that we haven't seen but is new to the Halo games. And lastly, we have the side firearm, which takes a pretty different approach to the magnums that we have seen in the past as far as from a visual stance. And this isn't really even explained in a way that I think is very coherent, that I could understand easily. I think what he's trying to say is that whenever, if they do bring the classic Magnum back, it is going to have to be something that fans are really used to. But it seems like the sidekick behaves in basically on all fundamental levels, except for cosmetic design, behaves just like the Magnum. So I don't quite really understand what this explanation is. Again, I've went into a whole video talking about why are they changing the sidekick. It doesn't really make much sense to me, and if you can decipher this, maybe I'm just being stupid. I probably am, honestly, because that would be nothing new. But anyways, guys, let me know what you thought about all this news, and of course, thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry I don't have my typical setup or maybe even the high quality content I like to usually make here on HaloFollower, or at least as of late, right? So regardless, I hope you found this video to be convenient and helpful for you. If you want to watch the full Ask343 video, then link down in the description. I did admittedly skip over a lot of stuff for your convenience. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you in the next one soon. All right, you take care. Peace.